Welcome to Pixel to Paper, where today I'm building with Legos while talking about one of the most important foundations of reading skill, which is decoding. Now you might wonder, why am I doing that? The reason is because in order to help improve at your fluency, which is vital if you want to progress in being literate by understanding how to read and write, I want to go over how to take apart words that are unfamiliar, known as unknown words. And in order to do that, we're going to use Legos, because Pixel to Play is all about combining staying curious with meaningful learning. And how do we make learning meaningful? By making it fun. Because a lot of times the fun goes away when the focus is on doing drills and just understanding the concept so you can perform well. There's no test that you have to do. This is just to help you learn. Now, I am not an expert at Legos, and the reason I picked Legos for my first Pixel to Paper video that I'm showing you guys is because I was told I am not good at Legos, and that might sound odd. Why would you pick Legos to teach learning if you're not good at Legos? After a while of recently playing with Legos, I realized it's not that I'm bad at it. It's that I was told growing up I was too slow at Legos. I didn't go at a fast enough pace. Recently, I've realized that, like making a puzzle or playing Legos, learning a video game, or creating a world like in Minecraft or Animal Crossing, even playing a sport maybe like tennis or basketball, baseball, I'll stop now just listing things. You need to practice to be good at anything, and you don't have to do it under a certain amount of time. You don't have to wake up and finish a puzzle in 2 minutes. You don't have to finish a Lego in 5 minutes. This isn't timed. No one's timing you on making sure the Rubik's Cube is all perfect. So, I am going to work on my Lego skills while I teach you guys about decoding, because it is important to not give up on the things that people tell you you're not good at. And Pixel to Paper is about making progress. And I believe in you, and I believe in myself. So today, let's build with some Legos. Now, decoding might be like, what is that word really about? Now, when you're breaking down the words, like I mentioned before, and figuring out the parts of speech, it can seem overwhelming. Maybe the letters jumble up, or they're not as easy to understand. Maybe simply looking at a page of text is just like, just like me when I'm looking at instructions on how to even build this Lego. I wish it came with a video. And yes, I have tried different YouTube videos, but do you ever notice that when you watch a Lego video, they like snap their fingers and that each section's just built? They don't put together each piece. I feel like they do that because they can't do it fast. And they don't want to show you the mess ups. They don't want to have to do a bunch of retakes. They don't want to put pressure on themselves to be perfect. So right now, I'm going to make some mistakes while I'm making this Lego. And that's not to tell myself that I can't be perfect. It's to tell myself, hey, if we are perfect, okay? We have our golden set in tennis, which is finishing a set. Think of it like a game in tennis without making a single error. That's amazing. We'll pat ourselves on the back. If we make an error or two, we can just take this part of the Lego off and try again. That might sound frustrating. I know. I have dropped Legos before and had to go on my hands and knees to find them and use a flashlight sometimes. But that's okay. And the reason why is because we are here to learn together. So, building blocks like Legos is why we're going to do this. And you already are doing great by doing the first step, which is trying. It's not always easy to wake up and say, let's give this a try, which is why we are starting with step 1. Many of you probably have already started with step 1, but if you haven't, get out your Legos. You could be building something totally different. You do not have to build the same thing as me. If you want to, I'll show the box and you can go out and buy it. It's at Target. This is not to promote Target. I am not being paid to tell you to go to Target. I'm just letting you know in case you fall in love with the Legos I'm building, which could happen. You might fall in love with Legos today. You might unconsciously realize that you are really good at reading. You just didn't know it because maybe when you look at the words, your brain reads them faster than you can say out loud. And why? It's because a lot of times we don't practice reading. And why? Because we see the word, we feel like we recognize it, and we say, oh, we are familiar. We're doing word recognition. We have seen that word before, we know. Like if you're driving in a car, or maybe someone with you is driving, like your parents, or a guardian, or a friend, family member, you see the word stop on that little red sign, the little octagon. You see it and you're like, oh, that means stop. You've heard someone in the car say stop, that means stop. And so every time you see that sign, you see S-T-O-P, you know, stop. And you encoded that into your long-term memory. Now, in order to recall that, you had to put some meaning behind it. That's why play learning is really important, because today I want you to know that every time someone's like, oh, we're decoding in class, we're learning a new word, instead of freaking out or telling yourself negative self-talk of, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I want you to instead say, it's building Legos time. You cannot get to the final product without starting off with one Lego and building with another Lego. You have to click another Lego into it and another Lego. Just like your vocabulary can only expand when you first learn a word. You had to learn the word of before you could learn the word bike, before you could learn the word running, before you could learn the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's a really fun long word. I like to say that once in a while. So, all of this is to say, your vocabulary expands when you slowly build your vocabulary. Now, vocabulary all has to start somewhere. You can start with high frequency words, those are really nice. Or we can just start with some of the words in front of us. Maybe that could help. If any of you have some words that you are struggling with reading aloud or understanding the meaning of, please put it in the comments and I can happily help you with whichever words that are coming into your minds right now. But let's start with right here. This is a creature I made ahead of time, but I wanted to bring into the camera because it's so cute. This was during my practice trial on figuring out, can I do Legos? Yes, this took me an hour. Yes, I timed myself. This is a crab. C-R-A-B. Crab. Say it with me. Crab. Crab. I know it's a very random word to be teaching you, but the reason why is we're going to do reading skills of crab. So right here, I wrote out the word crab. We're going to connect the letters together. I'm going to cover part of it, cr, then the other part, ab. Together, crab. I know this might sound repetitive, but you can do this with other words. You can do this with longer words, and it will really help you. Also, let's appreciate my crab now has a new friend, because your Lego creature should not have to be alone. Yes, you might sometimes feel alone, but it's important to surround yourself with things and people that make you smile, such as building new Lego creatures to use later also to help you with reading. So bring this little creature that you made with you the next time you read, because it will help. Because every time you see it, smile and remember, you can do this. You can build Legos, you can read, and we are only just getting started. This is Pixels to Paper. Thank you for coming, and I can't wait to share more next time.